So, the question you might be asking is, will I be doing the staroids in planet order? And the answer is no, because today we're fighting Mars. Skipping a couple of planets. I mean, sure we can't fight Terra yet, but, you know, there's still Venus. Alright, so, Mars's stage is another gray factory. It technically has a different tile set. It's just, you know, even with a different tile set, it's still a gray factory, and I find it kind of boring still. It's not different enough. Alright, so, well, I guess real quick, other things about the stage. That monkey is annoying. I don't like the monkey. They like dodging your attacks, and they attack very spontaneously. More annoying to hit than I made them seem. Second off, platforms that just shoot off into the air. Get off of them quickly, especially when they're under spikes. That's an instant kill. You probably already knew that. And yeah, again, the music. I like the music, don't have, like, a lot of description for it, but, you know, hey, it's a cool, fast-paced song. Very energetic, which I'll definitely give it that over Mega Man 5, which was okay. But, again, not great. I've said that many times before. Let's see. I think if there's anything else I was trying to that I could have said about the Game Boy games. Well, I mean, for one thing I'm not the biggest fan of in this game is the mini-bosses, just because sometimes they're a bit repetitive. We'll probably see this guy a second time, and then the gimmick's just gonna be mostly the same. What else? I mean, I'll admit, like, while I'm not going to be playing them, conceptually they are interesting games. Like, the fact that they mix Robot Masters from different games means they also have to mix up weaknesses, so even if you are familiar with the console Mega Man games, you do need to learn a new context for a lot of the Robot Master weaknesses, and I think people could find some entertainment in that. You know, it's a bit spontaneous, a bit unknown. But yeah, other than that, it's more or less just, like, remixes of Mega Man games that I have already played with color and a better screen size. Though, fun fact, Mega Man V is not even the worst game when it comes to screen real estate in a Mega Man game. It'll take a few games, but we'll get to that. Though, to be fair, I will say, the small screen size isn't necessarily a detriment. Obviously, I prefer the way the games play when you have more screen, but, like, it doesn't feel like they just tried to cram, like, the old Mega Man games onto a smaller screen, because if they did that, it would not have worked. The games were not meant for a Game Boy size, and while I can't recall most of the Game Boy games' level layout or enemy placements off the top of my head, I think Mega Man V at least makes stages and places enemies in such a way that, like, the Game Boy can handle them. It doesn't feel like a bad game to play. Again, not my preference, but they kept screen size in mind, and they actually worked with it pretty well. It is good for that. Anyway, boss time. Here he is, it's Mars, he big. He also has weapons, he is very Napalm Man-like. Beware of his missiles. I typically prefer to slide under them, though you can also jump over them. Just be decisive because they're very fast. The missiles are pretty much the toughest thing you have to deal with, though. Whatever these shots are, they're nothing. I can just destroy them with a rapid shot. The missiles are a bit unpredictable, you don't know how many he's going to fire, and again, they are quick, so commit to a jump or a slide, and stick to it. Do not deviate, or you'll get hit. But hey, that's Mars. The nice thing about him is he died quickly. I love that about him. And so, for beating Mars, we get... missiles that fire almost as fast as his did. And they are called Photon Missile. Alright, so that's it for Mars's stage, but the video's not over yet. For you see, there's one function I haven't gotten into yet. Notice, if I press the B button, I can go to Dr. Light's lab. You were fake typing, Dr. Light. So, we can spend P-chips on various items, such as this tiny energy tank. And we earn an E-tank. Apparently that's 20 chips, so I guess a regular E-tank must be at least 80 or more P-chips to make that worthwhile. We get the Mega Arm, which will apparently fuck up enemies, but we can't see that yet because we need 100 P-chips. Alright, next off we've got Monster Hunter, which is a bit more useful, I would say. Not as a fighting move, but it's actually something that can grab items from a distance. We can actually afford that if we want to, but I think I'm going to skip it for now. We'll need it, but not for a bit. S-Tank is pretty much like the M-Tank from Console 5, but it's also very expensive, and I don't think it has the special effect of the M-Tank, where you just turn enemies into 1-ups if you're already full on everything. This is an item we have not seen in the main series. It's the Energy Balancer, and it's very useful. It'll come up later in the Classic series. It's super good. It means that if you pick up a weapon energy when you don't have any weapons equipped, the lowest weapon will actually refill. And speaking of weapon refillment, that seems like it might be useless, right? Because you get all your weapon energy back when you beat a boss, so who knows what that could be used for. And apparently, yeah, the proper E-Tank is 60 P-chips, so unless you've already found mini E-Tanks in a stage or something, there's really no reason to buy them over just a normal E-Tank, and of course, a W-Tank just refills weapons. Less pricey than an S-Tank, but not quite as all useful. So yeah, that's the item Dr. Light has for sale. We can afford one thing, but I'm not going to buy it yet. I'm holding out for that sweet, sweet energy balancer.